For decades, institutional investing relied on a familiar toolkit to measure risk. Volatility, value at risk, these metrics worked well in relatively stable environments where market behavior followed recognizable patterns. In 2026, that framework is no longer sufficient. Institutional investors are redefining how they measure risk, not because the old tools were wrong, but because the nature of risk itself has changed. The most important shift is a move away from surface-level market volatility toward structural risk. Volatility measures how much prices move, but it does not explain why they move or whether those movements threaten long-term capital. Institutional investors are now more focused on the durability of cash flows. A low-volatility asset with fragile cash generation is increasingly viewed as riskier than a higher volatility asset with predictable. One of the new core risk metrics gaining prominence in 2026 is cash flow reliability. Institutions are closely analyzing how consistent and controllable cash flows are across different economic scenarios. This includes stress testing revenue under demand shocks, examining contract structures, and evaluating customer concentration. Businesses that depend on discretionary spending or short-term pricing power are seen as higher risk than those with recurring revenue, long-term contracts, or regulated income streams. Liquidity risk has also been redefined. Traditionally, liquidity focused on how easily an asset could be bought or sold in the market. Institutional investors are expanding this definition to include operational liquidity. This means assessing how quickly a company can adjust costs, reallocate resources, or access internal cash during stress. Companies with rigid cost structures or heavy reliance on external financing are flagged as higher risk, even if their shares trade frequently. Another emerging metric is financing dependency. Investors are increasingly measuring how much a business relies on favorable capital markets to survive or grow. This includes analyzing debt maturity schedules, refinancing exposure, and sensitivity to interest rate changes. Companies that require constant access to new capital are viewed as structurally riskier than those that can self-fund operations and investment. This metric reflects lessons learned from periods when capital markets tightened unexpectedly. Institutional investors are also incorporating execution risk rather than assuming management plans will succeed. Investors are evaluating organizational complexity, decision-making speed, and operational track records. Metrics related to project overruns, integration challenges, and historical forecast accuracy are now used to assess how likely a strategy is to deliver its promised outcomes. Poor execution is treated as a measurable risk, not a qualitative footnote. Another major development is the rise of concentration risk analysis. Many portfolios have become heavily weighted toward a small number of large positions. Institutions are now quantifying how much overall performance depends on a limited set of assumptions. This includes exposure to specific technologies. Concentration risk is no longer viewed only at the portfolio level, but also within individual companies and supply chains. Operational resilience has become a formal risk category. Investors are evaluating how businesses respond to disruptions. This includes examining redundancy, contingency planning, and governance structures. Companies that have invested in resilience are rewarded with lower perceived risk, while those optimized only for efficiency are penalized. Another new metric gaining attention is forecast credibility. Institutional investors are tracking how often companies miss or revise guidance. Large or frequent forecast errors are now treated as a signal of elevated risk. This metric reflects a belief that uncertainty is unavoidable, but poor forecasting discipline is not. Companies that demonstrate conservative, consistent guidance are viewed as safer, even if growth appears slower. Technology exposure risk has also evolved. Rather than simply assessing whether a company uses advanced technology, investors are evaluating dependency risk. This includes reliance on single vendors, cloud concentration, data infrastructure fragility, and AI integration maturity. Overdependence on complex systems without adequate oversight is increasingly viewed as a hidden risk factor. Instead of broad country-level risk assessments, institutions are modeling exposure to specific policy levers such as environmental rules, trade restrictions, and data governance. Companies operating at the intersection of multiple regulatory regimes face higher risk scores even if current compliance appears strong. Time horizon alignment is another emerging risk metric. Investors are evaluating whether a company's investment timelines match its funding structure. Mismatches between long-term projects and short-term capital pressure are flagged as risk factors. This reflects growing awareness that strategic patience is required for certain business models, and that misalignment can destroy value even when the strategy is sound. Institutional investors are also placing greater emphasis on reversibility. Projects and strategies that allow for adjustment are viewed as less risky than irreversible commitments. This metric captures flexibility, not just ambition. In uncertain environments, the ability to change course has become a measurable form of risk management. Importantly, these new risk metrics do not replace traditional ones entirely. Volatility, correlation, and diversification still matter. What has changed is their relative importance. Institutions are layering deeper, more fundamental measures on top of market-based indicators to better understand where true vulnerability lies. The shift in risk measurement reflects a broader change in mindset. Risk is no longer defined solely by how markets behave in the short term. It is defined by how businesses and portfolios perform under stress. Institutional investors in 2026 are less concerned with avoiding every drawdown and more focused on avoiding permanent impairment of capital. These new risk metrics point to a more sober, disciplined investment environment. Institutions are prioritizing resilience over perfection, predictability over projection, and structure over speculation. Risk is being measured not just by numbers on a screen, but by the underlying mechanics of how value is created and protected. That is why the risk metrics institutional investors are using in 2026, they are designed for a world where uncertainty is normal, capital is selective, and long-term survival matters more than short-term outperformance.